If you're a busy professional man still doing cardio, but you're still gaining weight and you're feeling exhausted, you're doing the most common cardio mistakes. And in this video, I'll share the 5 biggest cardio mistakes so you can finally lose the weight, keep muscle, and stop constantly starting over. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button because I'm making a new video about weight loss advice. I use these strategies to lose 60 pounds in 8 months. I kept it up for 13 years and I've helped dozens of men just like you lose up to 60 pounds and finally skip the yo-yo dieting cycle. And if you're tired of constantly losing and gaining the same weight, I want to help you get to your healthy self without giving up the foods that you love. The number one cardio mistake you're making is that as a professional man, have no confidence, very unhealthy at your heaviest weight, is that you are not performing cardio intensely enough. The reason why is that if you are using cardio as a way of losing weight faster, you need to understand how specifically. So cardio is something that can accelerate your fat loss. If you have your diet in check with 300 calories in deficit and then you are sustaining that over a period of time, and then just by doing that you're losing weight, and then with cardio you should implement that slowly so you are utilizing it to lose weight even faster. But if you are not using cardio the right way, where you are not having any resistance, that is not performing in a way where you are not burning enough calories. For example, 10 is where you are going balls to the walls and then you are catching your breath, like very difficult. But 6 or 7 should be the sweet spot where you are able to catch your breath and burning more calories with resistance. That could be, for example, a cross trainer or a bike, the stationary bike, and you should probably have your heart rate at 120, 150, because that is like the right range where you are able to perform intensely enough. And just by making sure that you are having that in order, you are setting yourself up for not wasting your time when you're doing cardio. If you want to lose the weight for good and become the most healthiest version of yourself, just like you saw with me and my client transformation in the beginning of the video, there's a link in the description and also in the comment section where you can apply for coaching with me, and we'll see if you and I are fit to work together. Number 2, that is the most problematic when it comes to using cardio as a way to lose weight, is that you are coming to the gym and then you are focusing all your energy levels on doing cardio, like on a treadmill, like 1 hour before you even hitting the weights. The reason why it's so dumb is because you want to utilize all your energy to build more muscle mass. The more muscle mass you are having, the faster you lose in weight, because it has like a catalyst where the accelerate your fat loss. So for example, if you are using compound movement, the first couple of exercises where you are targeting specific muscle groups, like for example chest press, for example you are targeting the chest and also the tricep, it takes a lot of energy. And in order for you to be in the sweet spot of 10 to 12 reps where you are able to hit failure, where you're not able to push yourself more, you are breaking down these muscle tissues, and through rest and recovery you are going to rebuild these with more muscle tissues and burning fat even more. And you should always stack on more weight, and also having 60 seconds with pause between every set. So adding like 2-5 kilos to focusing on this is called progressive overload, constantly improving yourself and adding more weight to gain more strength. But if you are going to the gym and you are preemptively using all your efforts on cardio, you are just having no energy levels to build any more muscle mass, and you are just feeling sluggish when you are heading to the gym. So you're probably just going over to the 2 kilo dumbbells and you are not having any resistance enough to perform the cardio or the weight training, because you're just feeling that you are having no focus. And if you're not in the right headspace, you're not able to have proper mind-muscle connection. Mind-muscle connection is just you specific understanding where you want to target a specific muscle that you want to break down. And if you are solely so tired and exhausted from doing the cardio and you need to hit the chest, you're probably just, for example, targeting your traps, like your neck muscles, because you don't feel that you have a good proper mind-muscle connection. So it's going to screw you up in the long run. I'd love to know what's your biggest takeaway from the video so far. Just comment below and let me know. The number 3 cardio mistake you're making is that Let's imagine that you are working as someone who is on walk all the time because of your work. I don't know if you are someone who is in construction and you're lifting a heavy lot of weights and you are always on the run, and that makes it very exhausting for you, especially if you want to add cardio on top of that. And for example, if you are performing 6 times of cardio sessions of 20 minutes after working out in the gym and you're still completing like 20,000 steps every single day on top of your work during your work, that makes you feeling exhausted and burnt out because you don't have any energy left for hitting the gym and also doing the cardio. And that also makes you feel less confident when you are trying to talk with your clients, and especially if you are at an event where you need to make a presentations and you feeling that very sluggish, you don't have the right focus, being able to delivering all the key points to your new clients, or you need to go to networking events where you just need to be your most confident and healthy self and talking with clients. That's also the reason why you most likely just missing out on career opportunities, because you just fucking yourself over with doing too much cardio and you're feeling burned out. And it also makes it difficult for you when you are having your nervous system being overloaded with too much stress. So what I should recommend instead is that if you're someone who is completing at least 10,000 steps every single day from your work, maybe just change it up with not doing any cardio first 2 weeks when you're on a weight loss plan and you have 300 calorie deficit, and you're also having for example, the high protein diet of 45% of daily calories come from protein and 40% of daily calories come from carbs, because you're just giving yourself enough carbs to recover faster and have enough energy to sustain these energy levels. And high protein diet just helps you burn more fat and also build more muscle, and the more muscle mass you are having, the more fat you are burning. The fourth mistake you're making as a professional man is that you are performing way too much cardio. I see too many people that are too eager, especially if you are your unhealthy self and heavy weight as a man. You are starting out on your weight loss journey doing 6-7 times of cardio, like 30-60 minutes every single day, and that makes you overloaded your nervous system with too much stress, and you are probably going to crash eventually, because I used to crash very fast because I've not taken care of myself. So by you avoiding this and just limiting yourself with no cardio the first 2 weeks and let the calorie deficit do its wonder, because that makes it easier for you to just use cardio to accelerate your fat loss. In order to lose 1 pound a week, you are having a calorie deficit of 300-400 calories, and then you sustain that over 7 days, and then you're losing weight. But if you want to lose weight even faster, you need to expend even more calories. That could be a combination of completing 6,000 steps every single day, and then you are also just waiting for you to see if you're losing 1 to 2 pounds a week. Sometimes if you are also building more muscle, you are not only like losing 1 pound a week, maybe only 500, because you're adding 300 grams of lean muscle mass. And that's just something that you need to be aware of, especially if you are someone who is very meticulous with hopping on a scale every Monday naked. You're doing a shit, and then you are not eating or drinking anything, and that gives you the most accurate way to track your weight. And every 4th week you are taking before pictures, front, back, and side in the same lighting, because it gives the most authentic way to see how your body actually looks. You have a friend helping you with that and taking measurements about your body, and every 4th week you're seeing how it changes, because sometimes you're just losing more fat and you are building more muscle. So if your waist is shrinking like with inches and you're building more muscle all around your body, that's a good sign that it's the right way that you're doing with burning more fat. And eventually you want to increase the amount of cardio, starting out with 3 cardio sessions, 20 minutes on a cross trainer or stationary bike, and then you are having a heart rate of 120, for example, and it makes you lose fat even faster. And you want to slowly implement the more cardio sessions, because if you are hitting weight loss plateaus, which you've probably been doing, you want to increase the cardio with like a cardio session more, and also maybe reducing the calories with 100 calories more, or maybe implementing 2,000 steps even more. The last mistake is that you are using cardio as a way to overeat. I see too many people who have a shit diet where you're basically just eating whatever you feel like it, and that is not a great way to lose weight, because if you are performing excessively amount of cardio, it also increases your hunger levels and also the cravings. So let's imagine that you've been doing one cardio sessions of 1 hour every single day, and it increases your hunger levels. You're not even aware of what you should eat to be this calorie deficit, and you just go out and eat burger, fries, and it's easier to eat like 1,000 calories in one sitting, and then compared to burning 1,000 calories. So it's just very difficult to outperform a bad diet. So I always recommend that you should always have your diet in check, because the calorie deficit is what is going to help you lose weight, and lose weight all around your body. There's no like spot reduction, because spot reduction is just mainly for people who are beginner and not having an idea of how the body actually works. So if you're losing weight all around your body, and especially just the belly fat is just the last place most men are, for example, losing weight. So that's just what I believe. And all these 5 tips can help you avoid the cardio mistakes that me and my clients have been doing. And by using the right strategies, you can finally lose the weight and become the most healthiest version of yourself. And also just being able to, for example, never starting over again and become more confident. And if you want to lose the weight for good and become the most healthiest version of yourself, just like you saw with me and my client transformation in the beginning of the video, there's a link in the description and also in the comment section where you can apply for coaching with me, and we'll see if you and I are fit to work together. I would love to help you out.